Okay, tonight after this video, what you see here is the amount of pictures I've showed you of the moon until now. So that's a considerable amount of, pretty much evidence of something is up there. So let's just jump on to what is now the 36th column. And on this picture you don't really see anything except moon surface and bumps. And I don't suspect the other picture either here will show anything, but we will come to it. There isn't really anything here on these pictures except the coloration, which is standing out here. But there will be more interesting stuff later. And another more or less plain surface, which looks quite familiar. And beginning to change a little, look less familiar, and more or less familiar. What is all this stuff? We simply just don't know what it is. And as you can see, there's a lot of negative overlay on each other. You can see here where they are spliced together, and in some of the pictures they are not that good at it, and sometimes they're quite lucky and still revealing what's down there. But there's definitely stuff down there today on these two columns. So I'm just going to take you downwards on the lunar surface, and here something is showing up, something that looks quite peculiar. It does indeed look like there is a triangle down there, a dome. It looks like some sort of facility. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it's kind of like there's a depression right here, and it looks like there is an overhang here, and therefore it is dark in this area because there's no light coming in there. And we got a pavilion all the way around, which is cut through by this. It does not appear to me to be anything natural, not at all. And these tubings lying in the soil, neither makes me think this is natural. And from another angle, and more of this stuff, more of these tubings. Oh, what was that? Did my eye see something? Look at this thing here. Right there. You can clearly see a shadow from it. You can clearly see this one is erected above the surface, standing up, casting a shadow. There's no question about that. You can also see there's something here. And here. Yeah, and all this, of course. Can't exactly say what that is. It looked like a UFO from the side. Perfect shot. Well, I don't believe it is, because it's in the next frame too. It does look like it's clearing up out there, so I might get the moon 40% closer tonight. Well, let's hope for it. And over here we got something. We got a new color appearing on the moon. Purple. Not blue. No. Purple. Quite astounding. All of a sudden, purple colors shows up around something that definitely looked like construction of some sort. But many of these pictures of the moon is looking quite insignificant, but if you look at them for a longer period, you're beginning to see what stands out and not. You see this snake feature here. See this scale look-alike here. And there's a lot of these too, which is reappearing. And what the heck is that? You gotta ask yourself, what is that? It does indeed look like something not natural. Someone put it there. And you see a face here. Right there. Faces? A lot. A lot of faces on the moon. Either sculptured or carved into the rock. I don't know. But there are distinct features that show evidence of existence. Again here. Not that visible, but again we got straight lines, we got parallel lines. This area too I suspect is something, even though it's not that crisp quality. And what is this? What is this stuff? They look like colonies. These domes usually cluster together, making me believe it's a community of some sort. That black line in the picture, I don't know whether there's something they're blocking out from us, or it's simply just an error in the way they're putting the negative together. It does look like it is the negatives, but then I'm thinking here, why is there this notch? If this is a continuous line. Doesn't have the same angle. It's indeed peculiar looking. And it doesn't look like this crater here as if it's going downwards. It actually looks like it's protruding instead. You see the foreground here, it looks like it steps up. It doesn't look like it's stepping down, because you wouldn't see the steps in this particular way if it was going downwards. So this is something which is standing up above the surface. Oh, there was a so that's quite obvious. And this one too. This one stands up. This one don't go down. But what is that? Look at these. It looks like something is illuminating this from inside. Not like something is outside showing light on it, but something that is coming from the inside. And this definitely looks like a tower standing out here. And all these domes, all these bumps. Again, this blue snake stuff. Cannot say what it is. But it's not natural. Someone put this down. And if you look at these shapes too. What is that? A cocoon? Some of these features really reminds me of the stuff we see in the movie Aliens. This kind of, insect creature, shapes, features, scale looking. Which of course relates to the serpent. and definitely doing serpent features, and a lot of them. So what does that point to? Well, these guys might not be your friends. I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet my life on it. So don't go on board a ship if they invite you on board. You're pretty much screwed. And again, you got this scale look, this domination, and now we got purple colors coming in. Oops. Sometimes I don't like the mouse pad here. We got a horseshoe here, right there. We have one more of those coming up. I even have that on recording on the moon. Something that appears like a horseshoe. It looks like glitter and gold. It does. Look how sparkling it is. What is all this stuff? I need to get close to the moon with the telescope. Look over here on this side of this picture here. This is something. Look at that. You cannot run from this one. Please, people. Let me zoom a little on this. Good. This is high-res pictures. But look at that. What on earth is that? Something inside a trench. Take it one more out so it's less blurry. And it is something. Let's go to the next frame. They like to live inside these trenches and crater rims, and they live right there on the edges. They're large 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet cylindric shapes just sitting there. And they did not come there by accident. And again, serpent shapes. And more blocking out, or whatever it is. And look at this one over here. That reminds me of the ribbon, you know, support our troops, breast cancer, whatever. It's got this ribbon shape. It is actually a eternity sign. It is a pagan symbol. It looks like the infinity sign. And again, it looks like gold. Definitely look like gold. Not like anything else but gold. And what is this? Gold is also that metal that reflects itself. If you reflect yourself in gold, you will have the appearance of your skin being gold. It can't, what do you call it, reflect your natural colors back. Gold can't do that. And it might just be what it is. Lay it out. It might serve a purpose for them. I don't know to stay hidden or not. Got these tracks. Looks like tracks. Hey, it's the lunar lander. Hey, it's the rover. It's tracks from the rover. No, it's not. I don't believe it is. Highly unlikely. That would be a very big vehicle. And I'm not that close. Still suspect I'm some 15,000 plus feet out. At least. But again, you see these craters here, they're too uniform. They're too crisp, too perfect. It is not craters. They just wanted to look like craters. They're all the same. All the way. There's no question about that. What is the likelihood that they will all be the same? Asteroids comes in different angles, different velocities, but these are just perfect. Especially those with stripes on it. They got coloration on them. The other ones don't. This could be a crater, even if I don't believe it is. Looks like got an overhang. There's a shadow coming from this one. This is an entrance. I must say some of these craters do indeed look genuine. But I would say the most part of them are too uniform. Too much the same. Whatever made them, it is not an asteroid making them. No question about that. And again, this could look like a complex inside a crater. This is the walls, which again have this scaly layer look to it. And here again, we have kind of this compartment here, looking like also a crater. But if you notice the features inside this little mini crater, it's pretty much identical to this. If you flip this picture here 90 degrees, meaning you're leaning your head 90 degrees to the left, you got a face. But these features here, pretty much the same as these inside here. What are the chances? And look at this in the middle. Look at these features. 90-degree angles. Someone is here. Right there. Someone was there. What is that cross there? Look at that. Yeah, that's natural. There's a cross right there. Right there. See that? Yeah, maybe your eyes see something I don't see. What is that right there? Right there in this area. They don't look normal. Kind of have a triangle shape to it. Some pictures really give a good perspective too of depths, and it kind of look like you're looking up the slope of a hill or a mountain. And here we got the example of what I just said to you. Oh, was it like that? No, it wasn't. Let's flip that back. The heck? Like that. If you look here, in this area, zoom in, you can clearly see there's something inside that crater here, or this trench. There's illumination there, something is sitting inside it. And this is a clear discoloration. I have a few of those. See these craters here? They're all the same. Hey, look in here. Here they're trying to obscure something, but look. Just take a little look at this. See if we can drag it over. Do you see down here? Something is standing here. Look at this. This is massive. There's a good reason for why they are blurring this one out. It's a very good reason for that. Just look at that. These features. Look at that. Square angles. Look like a massive, I don't know, hangar of some kind. There's no question about what this is. This is a huge complex, and there's a face sitting right there. See that? They love these ugly faces. And again here, look at this. Yeah, you get a little trained when you've been through all these pictures. You really see what's there, what's not there. And here we got something again. And here, look at this. This is a complex too. There's no question about that. And these small tiny light dots you see over here on this side here, this is towers. These are towers. Some of them are tall and very big, and some of them are not. And we got another example of something standing on top of the surface, like that. Right there. What is that? It's not a boulder. Someone put that there. In this picture here you can actually see perspective. This is going downhill, you're looking uphill when you look into this picture. And something is definitely sitting on there. This here. These things here. And this blue round dome. Doppler radar shape. I know what I'm looking at. And this is supposed to be a crater too, right? 2 entrances. What is this here in the middle? What is that? Over here. There are definitely things up there. Beginning to come to the end of this column. I'm at picture 140. There should be around 180 in each column. I just passed the equator. Oh, actually 0 on the vertical line. Not equator, but 0. But you do see the craters, right? How uniform they are. It's entrances. All of them. Look at that. There's no question about that. Look at that 3D effect this side here in the picture here. That is an entrance. It looks like an entrance to a cave. Over here too. It's the same. They're all over the place. You can bet on me being watched, scrutinized, like bacteria in a drop of water. 24/7 we are being watched. Some of us are abducted. And we're getting towards the south pole of the moon right now at 157. But you clearly see it. This can't be craters, right? It is not possible. It is not craters. It is not. Few of them are. But that's a few. See, now we come down to the end of this section. And that was basically it. But still stuff is down here. But it's not that profound. It's more in the northern hemisphere. There's a lot of stuff sitting. And that was that column. And we got the next one. 37th. And let's just run that one through fast. Something is down there in that crater. I just call them craters even if I don't believe them are craters, because then you know what I'm talking about. Each frame is 3.5 degrees in width of the surface you're looking at, and 2.46 on the vertical line. That's the angle or degree you can view on, and that also gives you a hint of how close these pictures really are to the surface. So these features are definitely standing out and revealing what exactly is down there. There's no question about what we're looking at. Intelligent life form. And a lot of it. They've been busy up here. How long they've been here? I suspect forever. Literally forever. Look at that crater there in the top. What's down there? That's absolutely natural, isn't it? It's simply just cut out of the other crater. No damage to the other crater, right? There's supposed to be a huge impact there. That would have destroyed the features of the other crater just for the energy in itself. But no. Sharp edges. Everything is perfect looking. Someone is there. Oh, you betcha. Someone is there. And still there. They never lived. So who they are? Not our friends. We would already know them as our friends, if they were our friends. Why all this hush hush about the moon? Why all this fakery about the moon? What is the need if they are our friends and there's nothing to hide up there? Why don't they just tell us? Hey, there's ruins on the moon. They got technology up there we can benefit from, so on, so on. No, they're paying homage to those who live up here. That's what they're doing. And I would at any time claim they're not our friends. Never. I would have been shorter trips to the moon, seeing the stuff, if that was the case. Hey, they got the technology up on the moon, so why not take us up in a big ship and show us? It'll be like a cruise, space cruise. See the surface of the moon. Just like Mars became a colony where you go tourist vacation in the movie Total Recall. Does that ring a bell? Picture number 80, so we have 100 left, and again we got these tubings over on the left side. Or is it depressions? Now it looks like they're below. Looks like we've got some issues with the lens taking these pictures, because the last 10 pictures have had this rainbow shading over it, or watermark, as you see. here we got this purple now. Usually they're blue, but now they're purple. And this definitely over here looks like we have another complex of some kind. Look at these. Let me see if I can get a little closer. Was that too much? Yeah, I believe there's a little too much, but you can see there is stuff in here. Definitely. There's something down there. You clearly see now. See drawings. See patterns. You see this one is connected to this tubing. But it's all natural. Don't worry about it. It all came to be by itself. All this stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Just maybe go one step back. Look at this tube and these domes or whatever it is sitting alongside with this tube. It's kind of like a railroad. What is that stuff? Some sort of transportation line, like tunnels underneath ground here in America, made by them. And again you get these gold colors. Definitely look like gold. Got the exact same tint. So we're up in the same area as before. Look over there on the left side. What the heck? It looks like gold. It does. More of it coming in. And you clearly see features here. Structures. And you see we changed 3 degrees to the right of where we were before, because now this one is reappearing. And that's how I'm showing you the pictures. I'm always overlapping with the last 1/6 of the frame, so you can kind of recognize where you've just been. You're just a little low, further to the right. 3.5 degrees. And we are actually on 3 degrees on the longitude on the moon at this moment. And this side of the moon is pointing straight to us. When the moon is half, this point here becomes invisible. You won't see it. So that's quite interesting. So when I look at the moon and I see where I am, it gives me an idea where I actually am. Because many of these pictures I remember up in my head. I see these purple colors which is appearing now. That's the first time they're showing. What the heck is that? These blue tubes. It looks like a vein. Like some organism. many features. Many features that bears evidence of existence. And look at all these domes, all these bumps, which when NASA is showing us their black and white pictures of a surface like this, it will look like it's all craters, but look at the pictures, they speak for themselves. This is not craters. These are bumps. They're sticking up from the surface. All of them. And look at this. Let's go one back. Here you saw them. Here. It's crawling with towers here on this slope here. Look at this. All the way down. All this is towers, constructions of some kind. You can clearly see this one. What the heck is that one up there? What is this over here? Anyone who is working in the construction industry will have an idea about what a construction looks like. They would know what they look at. I'm a construction educated person. I know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at buildings. Whatever shape they have, they are buildings. All this up here is evidence of that. All this. These are also part of it. Whatever they are, what purpose they serve, I don't know. But they are created by someone with a brain, with intelligence. You see more of it there. Here, in this section here. You clearly see it. Towers, shadows. 3 towers standing right there. You see a clear shadow right there. Very clear. See something is buried in there. The X-ray might show a little more of that. And that is in that area here. Right there. Some of these areas kind of reminds me of the Incas. You know, they were living at the mountainsides and they built up along the mountainsides. And this kind of looked like these steps. Only frame 136, should be some 50 left. They're not always, you know, profound, showing something. But I'm not disappointed, not at all, because I know what I look at. Construction. And a lot of it. It's everywhere. Let's look closer. Here's evidence too. Another tunnel. Tube, whatever. And again over here on the left side. Again. They built it like it looks like it's something random. But if you pay close attention to it, you clearly see sharp 90-degree angles. You see them here, zigzagging. You see one here. You see this shape here. These shapes are just too perfect. What is this? Some architecture from France or some kind? What is that stuff? Someone made it to look like this. Something is there too. Right there. And there. Very bright objects. Something is standing inside that hole. if you look. Yeah, of course, that's the meteorite, the blue illuminated meteorite shining out of the crater. Of course it is. Of course it is. Not. Look closely. Just look. I don't even have to go close on it. Just look. This one is planted there. Oh, 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 oh. Go back. There it was. A major complex again here. Look at this. Right there. All this. What the heck is that? That's humongous. There must be a lot of them up there, since they need to build that big. Apparently it's only in certain areas they do live. These entrance holes we see mostly on the southern part of the moon, where they have this oval shape, where the entrance is dark and the surroundings of it is very bright, like here, very bright, and then you have the entrance. There they fly in or whatever they do, and here's another entrance going in that direction. And I don't understand why they need to have these balconies along these craters. And it kind of makes me think about, what if they can walk on the surface of the moon? And they can actually go out and enjoy the sunshine, if you get my drift. What would be the need, if they are in a flying vehicle, what would be the need for having these balconies outside all these craters? Or whatever they are supposed to look like. They don't make sense. Why are they all like that? Can they walk on the surface of the moon? I truly don't know. Again, we got the tubings, which is blue. Is it clear out there? Wow, good. The moon is on. Yay. Now we're getting up on the northern part. And it's thinning out again, but here you got, they're coming in threes. Do it. Lying in a circle shape. We got tubings leading up to it, more or less buried. And yet we got more tubings. We got more interconnection. This is probably something they are obscuring too, because this again looks like a circle with something in the center. And you can clearly see through the mist here, or the diffusion, that it is actually continuing over to this area here. We got a large object standing there casting a shadow. We got a shadow here from a large object. Here we also got an object. This sometimes it really looks like they can really take a stroll out here. Why are they connecting them visually like this, like balconies, like terraces? It's highly strange. What would be the purpose if they can't be on the surface? Is it landmarks for them? I think they can find their way. If they can build stuff like this, I think they can find their way. Look at all these domes. It's everywhere. I'm positive someone is in those. Something is underneath there. Something alive. There's no question in my mind of that. You just need to have an open mind and actually watch all the videos as just watch the pictures. I know there's a lot of videos. This is part 17, but when you've been through them all, never mind the music or the speaking, whatever, just watch the pictures and it will come clear to you. The first few episodes, and then you begin to recognize all the patterns. You see that the uniformity of craters is staggering, and they only bear evidence of one thing: they are created. They are not being made by an asteroid impact. And if you just go over here and look, this looks like something is sticking out from the surface, right there, like an overhang. Take the next frame. Still it looks like an overhang. And here you can clearly see it looks like it's sloping upwards. And now we come up to the top. Yeah, we're pretty much at the top now. But I of course would prefer to get my evidence live recorded, and I succeeded with the magnification of 40%. So I'm gonna attempt that again, because I got really close. And whoop. Hey, what's that? Hey, we got a bridge on the moon. Da-da! And I can tell you, this is the longest suspension bridge known to man. Denmark have the largest, second largest actually. Japan just beat them the year after in a competition of who can make the largest suspension bridge, and ours is 1.2 miles between the pylons, and they beat us with 2 football lanes. But doesn't matter. Our bridges is puny compared to this fellow here. Puny. Look at that overhang. Are you crazy? And what is that little thing standing there? Like it's something crashed into it. This is a shadow. You can walk underneath this thing. This is an outhang of some kind, casting this shadow underneath. You see they have the same shape. So there's a hole in between here. There's space. Something can be here. But this one, let me just say I'm 15,000 feet above the surface. I'm 15,000 feet away from this one. That means I'm 5 kilometers from this object. And look how monstrous this looks. 5 kilometers, 3.3 miles, 3.6 miles away, approximately, 3.7. So imagine you are that distance to an object. Look how big this is. This is monstrous. Big. No human architecture can mimic this one. We can't make anything stand above the surface like this. No. Not yet. This is insane. That was it. Now I'm gonna focus on the moon live recording instead. Seems like it's clear outside, so I'm gonna go out and enjoy the view with hopefully 40% magnification on it too. God bless you.